Hi YouTubers, and welcome to another video from channel GAMEIQ. As we are getting close to the end of the year, I thought it would be a good idea to have a roundup of the best video games released 2019. If you've missed any of my videos, you can use the link above. Okay, so in today's video we will be looking at the all-action game Devil May Cry 5. As usual, we will be looking at the gameplay and talking about the details of the game. Just before we do that, I promised one of my subscribers I would give them a shout out. So it's a big shout out to SeahawkFan08. You can check out the channel by using the link in the video description. Okay, so let's get on with Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry is an action-adventure hack-and-slash video game developed and published by Capcom. It is the 6th instalment in the franchise and the 5th instalment of the mainline Devil May Cry series. Capcom released it for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on March the 8th, 2019. The game takes place 5 years after Devil May Cry 4 and follows a trio of warriors with demonic powers, Dante, Nero and a new protagonist named V, as they attempt to stop the Demon King Urizen from destroying the human world. Across the game, the player can use these characters in different missions. Each of them have their own way of fighting and becoming stronger. As this happens, the mystery behind V is revealed along with his connection with Urizen. Devil May Cry 5 was directed by Hideaki Itsuno, whose goal was for this installment to be his best work. He aimed to make the game balanced for both newcomers and returning gamers by providing adequate, difficult and new demons. Capcom also wanted to bring a more realistic design inspired by the RE engine, used in their previous work Resident Evil Biohazard. As a result, models were used to make the characters' faces. The plot was written by returning writer Bingo Moroshi, while the setting was based in various locations in London. Multiple composers worked together to produce the game's audio, creating 3 main themes centered around the playable characters. Devil May Cry 5 received positive reviews from critics. Many lauded it a return to form from the franchise, praising the variety of techniques the 3 characters bring, with V standing out thanks to his distinctive style of commanding underlings. The game had sold over 2 million copies in less than 2 weeks after its release. So what about the gameplay? Well, the gameplay features the return of Dante and Nero as playable characters, along with a new character named V. The gameplay is similar to that of the other titles in Devil May Cry series, focusing on fast-paced, stylish action. The player fights off hordes of demons with a variety of attacks and weapons. They receive a style rating for combat based on a number of factors, such as move variety, the length of a combo and dodging attacks. The game's music changes based on the player's performance in combat. Every time the player interacts with the mechanic Nico or finds a statue, he can buy new abilities for each character. While there are 3 playable characters, the game forces the player to use only 1 per mission. Like previous games, this title has a Bloody Palace mode where the player can face multiple types of demons in a single area. The first character is Nero, who was introduced in Devil May Cry 4. He retains his Red Queen sword for melee combat and the Blue Rose double-barreled revolver. However, he does not have his Dominic arm from the previous game, but has an assortment of new robotic arms called Devil Breakers instead. These have a variety of functions like grabbing enemies from a distance or stopping time to freeze an enemy in place. Nero can also find Devil Breakers during stages. Devil Breakers are powerful but fragile and can be destroyed if used incorrectly. Late in the story, Nero has access to Devil Trigger move, which expands his combat skills. Dante plays like his Devil May Cry 4 persona, as he can change between 4 styles to create new techniques or parry enemy attacks. Along with his signature Blade Rebellion and the Dominic Sword Spada, Dante uses 2 new Devil Arms, a pair of buzzsaw-like weapons that combine into a motorcycle called Cavalier, and a set of fiery gauntlets and boots called Balrog. Dante also wields a stronger version of the nunchucker introduced in Devil May Cry 3. He also wears the Dr. Faust, a hat that requires red orbs to attack. It is a risk-reward weapon depending on the player's actions. The third playable character, V, who wields a book and a silver cane, uses 3 demons based on enemies from the first game to fight. These include Griffin, an eagle that uses ranged lightning based attacks, Shadow, a panther that forms blades, spikes and portals out of its body, and Nightmare, a large golem. V enters a devil trigger-like state, which turns his hair white to summon the golem, which uses a combination of melee attacks and laser beams. Once the enemy's health turns light purple, V uses his cane to finish the battle. Let me know if you have this game or are thinking of buying it by leaving me a comment. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like it and share it. Keep an eye out for my next video, or better still, subscribe and be prompted as and when new videos are released. Until the next time, all the very best and happy gaming, GAMEIQ.